Looks like things have started. Okay. Just testing this all out. See if this is going to do anything. Get Space Engineers going. This is unannounced, so let's just see how things are going. I don't exactly have any idea how well I'm broadcasting just yet. And I'm not even sure about the audio levels. It's just the way it is. Just rough start. See how it goes. So this is going to take a while. Alright. Well, if you guys are not familiar with the game or with me, I'm Silverblade. This is Space Engineers. It's like Legos with attitude. I've been wanting to stream for a long time, and I just had to take a 6-month break, and saw Haladmer. Saw several of his streams, and I just felt inclined to do it myself. Try to get the microphone a little bit closer. Sorry for your ears on that. So we'll see how this all goes. I'm just hoping that this loads up and we get going. Okay. Alright, so loud. There we go. That might be a little bit, maybe a little bit more. That's about right. I guess. Hopefully it's not drowning out my voice. Alright. Alright, so I'm currently at the South Pole of Mars. And the base here I've built completely by myself. So this is all me made. As for the ship, this is one of the designs by, I believe, Papple, who was involved in Colony Wars with Captain Jack and Aaron from Last Stand Gamers. And this was put up on the workshop, and I kind of modified it. I got it from the workshop, and then I modified it, give it a whole new paint job. I think I equipped a couple guns on here, like the coil cannons, and then I went in and put in a few things, took some things out, so I added in this cryo chamber, added in drills, or the nano drills. Put in the build and repair systems, so not only can they help with the base building, but also in salvage and self-repair, if provided the materials. Added in shield generators, and then I have an extra emitter. Whoops. I have an extra emitter here or the build and repair, and then I added in cargo containers because this thing didn't have really any cargo containers for that kind of stuff. Well, I'm also mining with this ship, so needed the space. Here's a little med bay. And I think I trimmed out some of the pathways around here. Kind of make it a little bit easier to navigate. So here's a rear door. I want to replace the doors with a rotating airlock like I've seen in Hal's videos, because those are pretty cool. So yeah, I can mine with this. I can do salvage with this. I could defend pretty well with this, considering that there is a plethora of guns. So that's the only thing I didn't fully build. I've only modified. So let's see, what do I got over here? Well, first of all, this is the main thing that I started with at the beginning. So like right about where I'm standing, actually no, it'd be right up there, under the center of that. That is, as far as I can determine, the geographical south pole of Mars. And I purposely made a base here for the fact that it always has sunlight. There's never a night here. So I intended on making solar panels to constantly track with the sun and constantly build energy. But at the time that I built this, I didn't have the materials just yet, so I put up the wind farms. Now these are a mod. Let's see, it's MA stackable wind turbines. Usually you can only have like one, and then you have to build off the sides. You can't stack them. Well, these allowed me to stack them. So this kind of became my production area and storage area until I was able to expand out. Now over here is, I don't have doors on these places just yet. So we'll take the ghost tour. So in here, there we go, is storage containers in this building. I think this is where I store my raw ore. So there's one container, one large container for each of the individual ores. There's a build and repair, I think, yeah, right over here, and right over here, and a couple over there. So that if the building got damaged, it could repair it, and also it would repair anything in the neighborhood. It looks like there's a ship up there. It's gonna come and get its ass spanked. So over here, that is ore storage for there. In here is ore refinement. So I built at least one refiner dedicated to each ore, and I think I have 2 or 3 of these dedicated to stone, and there's a reason for that. Alright, so coming out of here, I made these passovers here, kind of like in an office you'll see cables on the floor, and they'll have these little rubber steps that cover over them, and that's so I can run a rover over these and get in and out. So in here, I believe these are all my assemblers hooked up with speed modifications. The refiners are set up for yield, The floors, basically everywhere there was an open space in the floor, I put in a battery. So if the building gets severed from the rest of the building, it'll still operate. It's mainly for the guns, but also each floor is covered with batteries so that it'll store and provide extra power whenever I need it. Okay, we'll go into this building next. This is storage for refined ore or ingots. So there's pretty much one container for each ore or each ingot. This building here is my hydrogen storage and oxygen storage. And of course I have guns put up on top because, you know, you don't want those things to explode. So let's see, this is storage for the ingots. And in here, I have a mod on that takes gravel and turns it into trace amounts of all of the elements: ice, uranium, platinum, etc. But it only produces a very minuscule amount. So I have several of them. I believe I have 10 of them. And then each one of them has, oh wait a minute, is this? Yeah, okay. So each one of them has high yield, and I forgot what I was going to say. Anyways, this will take the gravel and convert it into trace amounts of the goodness. So there's that. Now I'm working on building a dedicated power building over here. So I have reactors, I'll have hydrogen engines, that kind of power, and I believe it'll be more of a backup power facility, with main power coming from what will eventually be solar arrays. They'll come up here and it'll have a sun tracking system involved, so the solar panels will constantly be facing the sun. And then I have storage here for ammo and components, which I haven't built a building for yet. I just have them out here. They were inside here, and I have to get this cleaned out. But work in progress. Anyways, let's get back in character. Let's see about building this thing. Looks like I'm still broadcasting, so I don't know. I'm not seeing anything on chat, so alright, so thinking what we need to do is dig this out a little more. So what we'll do, come in here, we'll turn off the drill. This is just to make a level ground. So let's see, move it, oops, not that far. And the phone's ringing, damn it. And it would probably be my sister. Alright, well, let's see, -25. Okay, so we need to move just a hair. -20, that should overlap that. Alright. So we'll let the nanobots do all the mining. Let's start in just a minute here. There we go. See, I just installed a new renewed Titan XP in my computer, and shortly afterwards it made it so that this yellow tracer you see here, this kind of like a comet, it didn't appear. Now the drill still worked. You just didn't see that effect, and that kind of drove me a little bit bonkers. So I had to track down what was causing that and fix it, and finally did. So we got that. So while we're waiting for this patch of land here, everything within this dotted area to get cleared out, we got a target to go after. Recharge the suit. Alright. And we're going to take the Polaris, that's what I'm calling it, out to cause a little damage. So we got gyros on, engines on. Alright, blast doors are open, which is on the back engines there. And undock. So pull away from the mooring. Gain some altitude. Now, earlier when I was playing this, over there. Where is it? Oh. See, I'm using the weapon core mod for the game, so changes the game a little bit, but anyways, there was a base over here. Oh, as you saw, one of my salvage nanobites went out, so there's some debris out here from a battle. I wouldn't even call it a battle, from a ship that got too close and I obliterated it. Yeah, just picking up salvage. So we'll come out here, and I can't see what the range is because the compass is in the way, but I know it's not too far away. Alright. Oh goody, we're firing. Let's try to keep our altitude up a little bit because the ship has a small draft. Alright, let's give them broadsides. Okay, shut the guns off. I think they've had enough, and they're not attacking me, so, well, maybe they are. Alright, so what I would do is, after I've defeated the guns, I just let my nanobots chew them up like piranhas. Get the external camera. Let's see, where are we at? Here we are. As you can see, there's a base underneath there. Turn the headlights on. Now I can go through and personally check these out, but I find it's a lot easier and a little more satisfying just to let the nanobots rip it all up. Alright, so get down near the ground a little bit more and we can get the stuff underground. Look, Mom! Free resources. Hey, Wild Style. Alright, so that is all nibbled up. And I believe there was a ship out here that I crippled. So let's hunt this thing down. It wasn't too far away from the base. And as you can see, there's a lot of craters out here. Things crashed, and I gobbled them all up. And the only thing that remains of them is craters. So I'm not seeing where that one thing was. So I know there's another base out here. This is another mod for the game. It's a mini-map mod. Whoops. I always do that. I don't need to hit escape to close out, but it looks like there might be something over here. It could also just be a deformed crater. Go down and see if there's anything in this. I don't think there is. Oh, nanobots are going to town. Something. Let's go down. Too high up for the nanobites to get anything on the ground, actually. Back up over this. So yeah, I don't think there's anything in there. Used to be. Alright, so let's go get that NPC fueling station. Arm the cannons. Not even sure if this thing's still recording or live. I'll try to keep it going anyway. Okay, so there we go. Goes cannons. Spicy boy. I think this might be a little bit OP, but that's what makes it kind of fun, though. Just for the schlitz and giggles. that should be about it for that base. And we can head home, get this stuff, well, let's get that cargo. And I got some stuff. Not really the best stuff, but more stuff than I had before. Got some space credits. What is this? Ooh. Excellent. Alright, so let's get going. There's a transport carrier up there. Maybe we can play with him. Oh, there goes the coil cannon. And I believe it does a lot of damage, but it also like stuns the target. So it's like an EMP cannon with a little bit of spice. Alright, so we got both cannons to bear on them. Let's see if we can try to track them down to the ground. Down. Ooh, that was a big hit. Right, let's not destroy him. Let's just take out all of his juicy bits. He's going in for a crash landing, it looks like. Still have some power. Okay, that finished him right there. He is going down. And I gotta go a little more gentle because this thing doesn't stop on a dime. Boom. That's all she wrote for him. Alright, we need to get to stop. Okay, that's better. Okay, so there's some debris all over here. Okay, so we got that whole ship just like that. So there's a chunk of something over here. I don't know if it's from a ship or if it's a boulder. Okay, that's just a resource boulder. Okay, there's something over this way. that a resource boulder, or is that... yeah. Okay, so this is a bunch of resource boulders. And I don't see anything else out this way. Oh, something just flared up there. There we go, research outpost. Okay, let's fire up the cannons. Shields are taking a walloping. We don't need the guns going now. So just park over it, let the nanobots do their thing. Oh, one of my guns is still working. What's going on? I might have damaged a gun and that went offline, and then the build and repair brought it back online. And that's why it's back on. So I'll have to go through and check that out. Alright, let's get all the goodies underground. Let's see, where are we at here? Let's spy with my little eye another object of interest. Okay, wait for the last of those guys to get up in the ship. Yeah, there it is. So let's go salvage whatever this is. Observation post, okay. Okay, one of my Aidens is online, so let's put down the punishment. Okay, so we brought down the Sparrow. Really brought down the Sparrow. Let's take the guns offline, except for the one Aiden, which I gotta figure out which one it is. Whoops. Alright, so Aiden. There it is. Okay, so now all my guns are off. Tear this up, then we'll go get that ship. is good. Yeah, he ain't doing much. So a little bit of a debris field. Mostly because I splattered him pretty good. See, I believe that was a sparrow. Now it's a shredded tweet. How many of you guys are with me, but yeah, this is just a test stream. Kind of knock the cobwebs off for me, but also see how my computer handles it and my connection handles it, which is kind of fuzzy at times, I suppose, like right now. Gotta get... There we go. Old waypoint. Back to base, we'll dock, offload, and see about getting reactors and such set up for the power station in the base. Breaking stuff in my own ship because aliens can't seem to do it to me. Alright, let's get lined up. Drop altitude very carefully. Go through shield. Okay. How are we doing up front here? Okay, I've got to swing out this way. Get lights on this thing. Gotta go back. Looks like, yeah. think we're getting into alignment right there. Can't seem to, there we go, get it a little bit. Oh, gotta go forward. Yeah, that's what I hate about these little connectors. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we're connected up. Shut off the engines. Leave the weapons on. Off with the gyros. Close the blast doors over the main engines. And switch to recharge. Easy peasy. Get my oxygen back up. Alright, let's see the progress. Done with drilling out this area. Okay, so it looks like it's been done. Alright, I need to get this area back here a little bit. Oops. Oop, that ain't it. Let's see, horizontal offset. Let's go like that. I think it needs to go a little bit more. So negative 25. Uh-oh. Assert surrender now. Nope. Let's go watch this ship. It doesn't, for some reason, it doesn't keep the markers on the ship on some of them. Like, they'll be on for a little bit and then they'll shut off. And then you have to really eyeball it, which kind of drives me a little bit nuts because my eyes aren't all that great. Okay, so we're going to take the Wyvern over. There we go. So that's. Oops, why was the engines on? What's going on here? Oh shit. Okay, let's undock. Come on. Getting a little laggy. Alright, where is this bozo? Okay, so there's me. Where's he? I was hoping to get to the Wyvern in time before before the markers were turned off. Let's see, maybe we can go. Okay, so he's over here. I have some debris over here. Alright, let's go get this bad boy. Now, this ship is not armed. Well, it is armed, just not really well. I put in 10 salvaging, building repairs, and I have 2 Vulcans shooting EMP rounds, and then I have point defense, so missiles aren't a problem for me. And then got gimbal lasers, which really don't do much damage at all, because I don't really necessarily want to obliterate these targets. I want to disable them to salvage them. Let's make sure. Okay, yeah, that's all on. Alright, let's get in here and get the goodies. Main thing I want to get is uranium. There goes the gimbals. Whoa! Okay, ouch. Good thing I had shields for that. Off. Oops. I got a little touchy with the shield generator. Or shield emitter, actually. So this ship I generally use because it's a little bit more efficient in moving around. It's faster, it gets up to speed better. I generally use it. Something stopped. It's still going. Okay, just for some reason it froze up. But yeah, this is my fast salvager, whereas the Polaris is more my mass salvager, my miner. It just grabs and holds a whole lot more, plus it's better armed, but it's also being used as base defense. So I kind of juggle between these two. I had a rover, but the build and repair systems tend to eat up tires because Space Engineers does not set ownership on them for some reason. It's kind of a bug. So your whole vehicle can be owned by you, except your tires. They're on loan. Let's see, what's my area? Oh, that's why it's not going all ham on it. So this black box represents the range of the build and repair. There we go. I need to get some spotlights in this thing. And we'll take the coordinate off that. Alrighty, let's go to the other coordinates for the debris field, I believe it was. Originally, the Wyvern was troop transport that I got from Captain Jack in the workshop. It's a pretty decent little ship, although you know, had to get it reconfigured to my purposes. Dragonfly parts, come to me. So I think that's all of that. Let's see if there's anything else on the radar. Okay. Oh, that's one of the unknown containers. That's a station. And another research lab. Alright, well, hopefully by this time the area that I wanted drilled out will be ready. Almost slid perfectly into alignment with that. Now I could drop a remote control on my ships and then set them to set coordinates so they can always, whoa, almost too close there, so they can always get right onto the connector. But I think manually doing it is a little bit more fun, a little more challenging. Okay, I'm gonna turn the engines off. We'll keep the reactors going because they also fuels the base. Excellent. All right. So that's all cleared out. We can shut this off. Alright. I think that's going to be about it there. Well, I just saw my mom peek through the door, so it's probably time for me to help out around the house with something. Anyways, that's my first live stream in God knows how long, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and I guess I'll see you later after I figure out what worked and what didn't work in this thing. See ya.